Hi, I'm Kat, and this is a tutorial video on how to make over a gallon of liquid soap in your favorite scent for about $6.50. So here's the cost breakdown. I checked at my local Target, and a 12.5 ounce bottle of liquid hand soap in the Mrs. Meyer's Lemon Verbena scent comes out to about $4.50. So that's about 36 cents per ounce for the liquid hand soap pre-made. Now I picked up my bottle of glycerin for about $1.50. I got a gallon of distilled water for $1.50, and I also bought the 8 ounce bar of Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day bar soap in the Lemon Verbena scent for $3.50 on sale. It's usually about $4, $4.50 depending on what part of the country you live in. So even then, it's really cheap. So I paid $6.50, and it really didn't take much time at all. It's more of a waiting game. So hardly any of my time put into this project. And I got 136 ounces of liquid soap in the same scent. So that comes out to less than 5 cents per ounce of pretty much the same thing. The texture might be a little bit different. The texture of this is kind of slimy, a little bit more like snot, maybe. But I mean, it's hand soap, right? Hand soap doesn't feel great anyway. So yeah, definitely a no-brainer. Really cheap, really easy to do, and here's how you do it. For this, you'll need a large pot, a stove, a gallon of distilled water, some glycerin, a bar of soap that's about 8 or 9 ounces, as well as something to grate with and a container to put your grated soap in. First, you're going to grate your entire bar of soap. Next, I'm going to pour my gallon of water into a pot. Add all of the soap shavings. Now I used an 8 ounce bar of soap, so I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of the glycerin. And by the way, this glycerin you can get at a pharmacy. So it used to be next to the Band-Aids at Target, but now I guess it's behind the counter, so that's where I got mine. And also this brand of soap is at Target. And now you're just going to heat it up to medium-high heat and dissolve all of the soap shavings. Okay, so I stirred this for about 7 minutes, and now you can see all the soap is dissolved and it just looks like soapy water. So now I'm going to let that sit for several hours until it begins to firm up, and then depending on how it looks, I might go through it with a whisk. Okay, it has been about 8 hours that this has been sitting here, and I just stirred it up again because it formed really solid on top. You can see it's kind of the consistency of snot, but there's still big chunks in it. So I'm going to grab a whisk, and it's just been cooling this whole time, so there hasn't been any heat on it. And I let it sit for a little while longer. Looks like it did thicken up a bit, but only on the surface. And if I just whisk it once through, that's pretty much the texture you want. So I will just put this back into the gallon container that the distilled water came in, and we're finished. And that made enough soap to fill up this jug and the dispenser in my bathroom.